understanding.
Okay, so this is interesting because Ethan brings up what is the influence that the artist has on the label in the sense of marketing?
We weren't consulted on this. No one said anything. And even if they agree with Universal in this case,
I'm sure the management of the artist was consulted, or there's something in the contract that says Universal can act unilaterally. But the interesting sentiment that the guy brings up is this.
I'm curious how Universal responds to that, or if that becomes a mounting pressure, or
Disney relationship with the theater, like preferential treatment is a slanderous way to categorize it. The performance is the only way. Because if it's preferential, there has to be a rationale behind it when it comes to the accounting. So that is all Universal is doing with TikTok, is what he's about to say Disney did with...
In the movie business, Disney for many years has been able to extract bigger percentages of opening weekend box office from the theater chains because they're Disney and they have had the power of
get paid outrageously large sums for content to be on TikTok. They insist on non-commercial terms / holdbacks, which are additional things. Most labels are supportive partners to TikTok, but UMG has been incredibly hostile. Their artists deserve fair recognition and compensation for their work, but the platform shouldn't be extorted. What do you think about that? Generally speaking, I am a pro-artist person. I think that if you are a creator, you deserve to be paid what you are worth, and that some of these large platforms have a history.
If they're going to be rougher because they have so much market share and they're the leader in this. People talk about Lucian Grange a lot and how when he makes a decision...
He's the CEO.
Yes, Chairman and CEO Lucian Grange. When he makes a decision, that sets a lot of precedent in the music industry. I think he's allowed to be more powerful. I think that they can do that. Obviously, but TikTok has pointed out that there are other labels that have already made deals with them in the past, but UMG hasn't. I don't know if I only want to call it merely hostility. I don't know I don't know what it is, what the new deals with Warner, they signed over the summer last year, what the difference is. But I've talked to enough managers who...
Okay, well, yeah. I can look back at my thought process over the last hour, because I did see a pattern here. And so... 15, it's all going to take place 13. Yeah, it's all okay. So this is today. When is the new country? I don't know what that means. And there's a gold rush, or when there's a new country and there's a gold rush. So content is obviously the gold rush. Who is the right holder? So content is the land that has gold on it, and there are various institutions that own that land. That's what that means. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. When there's a gold rush. Timid loser driving a Tesla is interrupting my train of thought. It's there was nobody there for this person to have to worry about the turn other than their own incompetence about where they're going. Anyways. Which, if you're going to drive a Tesla and all you're doing is turning off one road to another road where there's no one in front of you and just open road, from open road to open road, and you're driving like a timid little... That's a problem. Okay. Gold rush. Attracts people that want to buy gold. It doesn't attract, let's say, the entire population. Okay, right? So that's the artists are the people getting the gold, I guess, not everybody, many people are, but I would imagine more people aren't making art on music labels than there are. Anyway, whatever the fuck that means. So whatever, 1 billion of 9 billion, so 1/5, hell no, but the fact of the matter is somebody, is that something is free, everybody can get it, and a mass is an audience, what becomes essentially grandiose novelty within the vanity metric. Okay, the large audience. So the vanity metric is the large audience that TikTok is now feeling threatened after they cultivated their audience. Like every other network, they cultivated an audience based on the free re-usage at human scale, the transformative usage at more human scale. And what's more human scale? More human scale is simply just the transformative use of simply just fucking a person uploading something. You know, an individual with an account on YouTube uploading a clip. You know, one of however much at 8 hours a second is uploaded. A person, let's say, uploaded Dirty Dancing in 2009, and that gets popular. And so what do? Is that person completely like, that person is essentially like TikTok. That user that uploaded Dirty Dancing on YouTube at that time, where that scene now has, let's say, several billion views and comments. Well, let's look at it right now. In fact, let's see if we can do that live here as I'm making a point, and then I will fucking talk about something else. Dirty Dancing scene. Dance. Never seen the movie. So, see Phillips 92, I already know. Now, my point here is that we need to see the most recent comments. I don't even... Look, great. So, we have the television advertising model of the pre-roll ad. In this case, it's skippable, it's interactive. What it should be is show where you can buy every other car that's available in the area that you're looking at it at. You know, so if there's a dealership, dealerships have to come up here. So if I visit the advertiser, what am I going to get in? Google gets their little handshake. You go to Lexus Canada. That's wrong. It's got to go to, there's got to be like around the play button, or if the play button had, you know, a fucking dot on it, that dot would then have a bunch of places orbiting it, and each of those places, they're like, what's it called, would be one of those places, you know. And that would just be like one place. Yeah, I don't understand why there isn't an easy duplicate. What a terrible fucking thing. Can't do fucking anything with it. So this is like Lexus dealership in my city, and all this is done inside this moment. And some of it is like, it's not even Lexus. It's like, you know, Honda too. And so you have Honda and you have Lexus and you have like, then BMW's like, oh, hey, we found out that you guys are doing shit. And they're like, yeah, we're doing shit. And so they're like, well, we want to, you know, let's get in on that. We understand you found a video to put a commercial in front of. That's a context for us too, because we also sell cars. And they're all just like, yeah, okay, fine. So if you sell a BMW, that one, from a Lexus commercial, we get a point or a commission. It's like, yeah, fine. It's Miracle on 34th Street. Shut up. So this guy, C. Phillips 92, is essentially Musical.ly, which is essentially TikTok. And so the question here, and then we got the Bill Medley, Jennifer Warnes ad right built in to this description. But the question is, the newest comment, 5 hours ago, translated into English. I mean, wow, this is wild, eh? It's still searching and listening in 2024, timeless classic. And that's from 1 day ago. So 1 day ago, this person, I'll give him a like. And this is from C. Phillips, and that's the description. So it's been viewed 425 million times. So, like, there's no, like obviously putting up a whole social network is more work than just uploading one video. But essentially the access, the cultivation of the scale of the social network is completely reliant. You're not going to get the views without it being Dirty Dancing. You know, you're never going to get these views without it being this movie. You know, you need this movie to get these views. There's no way around it.
But all internally, there may be opportunities for streamers